do not be afraid of returns. That is the subject of today's video, because I see a lot on YouTube that, or on all socials, that a lot of people are so scared of returns when it comes to their selling business. And I get it. Returns are scary. Returns are annoying. When I first started this eBay journey, I didn't accept returns. I was like, hell no. Do I really want to deal with a return? That sounds terrible. I'm not Amazon. I'm not a big box store. I'm not dealing with returns. That was one of the worst mistakes I did when I first started this eBay journey, because you do want to accept returns. Not accepting returns is really going to hurt your business in more ways than one, because if you don't accept returns and you're selling the same item as someone else that accepts returns, they're probably going to go with that one, even if they have to pay $2 to $3 more. Why? Not because they know that they're going to return it in 10 days. They might, you will get those in your eBay career. But 90% of the people that buy something want to keep it. But they just want the peace of mind that if something were to go wrong, that they can return it within the 30 days. Which is what I would recommend, not 60. And buyer pays returns. That is another thing too. That is one of the biggest things that I would say, is have your buyer pay for the return. Accept returns, but have buyer pay returns. Then it doesn't come out of your own pocket. It comes out of theirs if they really truly want to return it. Will you still get fraudulent returns? Yes, and you can fight those with eBay. But don't let those scare you, because I've had 2 returns that when I got them back and refunded the customer and I relisted them back on eBay, they sold the same day on eBay again. And one was for full asking, and the other one was like an offer, literally the same offer that I sent my other customer that bought it. So I sold these Nike free runners. I'll show you guys on the screen because they're clearly not with me anymore. And I got them as a return. They just didn't fit the person, and that was totally fine. They even left me positive feedback. They love the shoes. They just didn't fit them. And I got it returned. I refunded the customer, and I relisted it for free because eBay lets you relist for free. And it sold again the same day for the $39.97. It was awesome. Like, I was like, no way. Like, my first return and it sells again the same day. This is awesome. So, and I've had returns on in my store for a long time prior to that return. I think I've only had like 5 returns in the whole time I've done eBay. Yeah. I don't think I can count them on 2 hands. So yeah, I got 2 returns, both for shoes. Again, that one didn't fit them. The second one was more of a crazy situation. While I was in Mexico, this was during the holiday times when I shipped it out a little bit after the holidays. I think it was like December 28 or something. I shipped those shoes out, and weeks had gone by, and I got a message while I was in Mexico, and I was like, oh no, what's going on? So I opened up the message, and it said that they hadn't received the shoes, what was going on. They were gone for a while on vacation, and a lot of the mail was with them, but the shoes were not. So I did a little digging, and from my research with literally just clicking the tracking number, I saw that it tried to get delivered a couple times to their address, but I'm pretty sure their mailbox was full because they themselves said they had a whole bunch of mail, but those weren't in there. And I'm pretty sure their mailbox was full, or whatever was full, and they tried to deliver it at least 3 times, and in those 3 times that person wasn't there or something. So it got sent over to the post office for them to pick up. They even told me in their message that they got noticed to go get something from the mail, and they just never did. So everything was their fault. And I told them, this is the information. I sent them screenshots of everything because they literally could have done the same thing themselves. They just didn't. They just obviously go to you because you are the seller, and that is totally fine. I am never mad at doing those things for my customer because that is a part of customer service. Never be upset about those little things because you chose to do this eBay business. This eBay business comes with those customer service things. Always treat it with a smile. I'm pretty sure I treat a lot of things with a smile because of my training in finance. I worked at a bank. I dealt with angry customers all the time. When they couldn't get things fixed with the teller, they would come over to me. So I've dealt with angry customers all the time, and typing it out is so much easier than having someone yell at you in your face. So just be a little nice. You don't know what type of day they're having. And the message that they sent me was actually really good. Like, it was really nice. They were just concerned that they hadn't received their shoes yet. So I sent them back screenshots and I told them, okay, this is what's going on. Like, it looks like it failed to deliver a few times, so it's going to be returned to sender to me. Once I receive the shoes, I will gladly refund you. So I was still in Mexico at the time. I called up my family and I let them know, hey, I'm going to be receiving a package soon. Let me know if it gets there within the few days. I'll FaceTime you. We'll look at it. I'll refund them. Thankfully, or not thankfully, I don't know, but thankfully for me, I didn't receive the shoes back until I was back from my trip. So I inspected them myself. Everything was good, just exactly as I had packaged them. And I messaged them. I let them know, hey, I got the shoes back. I'm going to be sending you the refund now. So I sent them the refund. I relisted it. And a few hours later, I got an offer, literally the same offer that the other person sent me. I think it was like $28.05 or something like that. And I accepted it because I was like, this is literally the price that these sold for. So yeah, I accepted it. It sold again the same day after I relisted it. So again, if it's sold once, it will sell again. Don't be afraid of returns. If you have a good item, it will sell again. If you have a bad item, well, I'm so sorry that you got that return, but it's a lesson learned that you will not pick that item again if the sell-through rate sucks on it. Check your sell-through rate again before you relist it. You don't know what the markets are at the time when you're relisting it again. Maybe when you first listed it, it was going for 35, but now it's only going for 20. List it at 20. Because you're going to be stuck with that item forever in your store if you're still setting it at 30 and it's selling at 20. Will someone pay the 30? Maybe, but that's a hard maybe. So set it at market and it'll sell again, especially if you have a good item. Just like I did those two instances, those two shoes sold the same day. Again, a good category to look at is shoes. But yeah, don't be afraid of returns. It happens. You're a business. You have to deal with these little customer service things. Just do it with a smile and relist it for free because it's free and it'll sell again. If you got a good item, it'll sell again. I mainly wanted to make this video because I just think it's so silly that people get so upset with returns when if you know what you're doing, you'll sell it again. And if you don't really know what you're doing and it was a bad buy, it sucks, but it's a lesson learned. In this game, you got to pay for your lessons sometimes. I for sure paid a couple $10 bills on lessons that I shouldn't have, and I shouldn't have bought them, and I'm learning that now, and I'm just wanting to get my money back to make better profits. That's why I moved to these different categories, because in the Bay Area where I live, clothing price points are just a little too high for me to make good money. I would make $10 after all fees and shipping and all that good stuff. So I'm like, I don't want to be making $10. I have to sell 10 items in order to make $100. Why don't I sell 5 $20 items and make $100 that way? So that's what I started to do, but that's like a subject for another video. Let me know if you want me to make that video and I'll tell you guys how I changed my sourcing in 2024 to maximize my profits. But yeah, don't be afraid of returns. It happens. You're a business. It's not that big of a deal. And if you have a good item, it'll sell again. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. I love to answer my questions. I love to answer you guys. I love to talk to you guys. And if you guys got a good question, I'll for sure make a video about it and I'll let you know. So stay tuned for all of that stuff. Love you guys.